Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome in to another episode podcast to talk about our favorite team, the Arizona Cardinals. Huge shout out to the people that are currently in the chat right now. We got B-Man the Jedi, we got Frost, and we got JK Gamer up in the chat. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you guys for being here. Today is the official day that the schedule will be released for the NFL. And guess what? We already know week one for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, yes, we did make a short form video yesterday about a graphic that was kind of leaked out saying, oh, this is going to be week one leaked. And that was wrong. That was absolutely incorrect, ladies and gentlemen. But we got the official first week of the Arizona Cardinals 2025 season. Super excited to go ahead and dive into it because every single minute, every single 5 minutes, hour, there's some sort of news dropping about who's playing who. So we're gonna try to see if we could piece together who the Arizona Cardinals are going to play. And believe it or not, last year we actually had the schedule out way before, like 2 hours before the actual Arizona Cardinals social media team ended up dropping it. Like, we were able to piece together the schedule with all the news that we kind of got going for us, right? Because, like I said, although we might not be getting news for the Cardinals, we're getting news from a lot of different teams, right? Like those international games, those primetime games, a lot of Eagles games that we already kind of know of when they're going to be, right? We got all those, so we can kind of put together, you know, put it together like a puzzle piece, essentially, right? So we got some more people joining us right now. Appreciate you, man. We got RC3 in the chat. What's up? We got Chef in the chat. We got 5IV9. What's up, man? Appreciate y'all for being here. We got Robert in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Definitely do me a huge favor. Smack up the like button here on your way in. We are trying to see who the Arizona Cardinals are going to be playing right in 2025. And like I said, we're gonna try to piece this together as best as we possibly can. But for the sake of the sake, let's go ahead and ring the bell, ladies and gentlemen. We finally know who the Cardinals are playing in week one. Let's get it. All right. So we got the news about maybe 30 minutes ago or 40 minutes ago that the Arizona Cardinals will indeed be playing the New Orleans Saints. Yes. Now, like I mentioned before, there was a graphic that was floating around the internet, and I did make a short video on it. That is not correct. That was actually false. And I apologize about, giving anybody some sort of expectation that, man, this would be really cool to see Travis Hunter week one. I still think it would be really cool to see Travis Hunter, but obviously that's going to have to wait. We will be playing the Jaguars sometime during the season, but not week one. It's going to be the New Orleans Saints, which the Cardinals are going to start off with a road game, not at home. So I'm curious to figure out how the NFL schedule is going to be able to shake out, being the fact that, you're starting on the road. Are we going to get two back-to-back road games and have a stretch of home games, right? That's going to be a big question to kind of figure out where the Cardinals are going to do. But I'm super excited to see what the remaining of the 2025 schedule is. And I'm going to be real here. When it comes down to the Saints, I don't see the Saints as one of those teams that I'm really excited to play in this year. But I'm not going to come out here and say this is an easy W, right? I'm also not going to come out here and say the Cardinals are going to absolutely, wall up these guys, because at the end of the day, the NFL is the NFL. You never know what's going to happen in the NFL. Now, obviously, I would love for the Cardinals to get the win in week one. That would be an amazing way to start off the season. But let's call it like it is. The quarterback state of the New Orleans Saints right now is nothing to, I guess, lose sleep over, I guess, the best way to describe it. They did end up drafting a quarterback in Tyler Shook. And they have Spencer Radler now going to his year two, and they got Jake Hayner. If you guys didn't know, Derek Carr announced his retirement sometime last week, so they don't have a real good quarterback, or at least very unknown quarterback right now. So the Cardinals are playing the Saints in week one. The only kind of real player that kind of worries me is probably their running back in Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara. Now, they also do have a pretty solid, good. I guess let's say good. They got a good wide receiving core with Chris Olave if he can stay healthy. They also do got Rashid Shaheed, and they also got Brandon Cooks, which is a veteran that's been playing in this league for quite some time and jumping around from team to team. So they got a solid wide receiving core, but there's nothing really that I'm worried about in this team. And like I said, it's probably one of those things where I'm just I don't know, maybe feeling a little bit like an Arizona Cardinal fan, but I'm gonna be real. This game right here, I just hope it's a dub. I just hope it's a dub. I really do. Now, the trend that we've been seeing in the beginning of this, in the beginning of the morning, like first thing I woke up in the morning, like it was like 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. when I woke up Arizona time. I figured out that there's a lot of division games. There's a lot of division games happening in week one. Now, that could have been a trend that the Cardinals could have followed, or the Cardinals weren't the ones making their schedule. Obviously, it's the NFL, but no, the Cardinals aren't starting off week one. But if you really take a look at who's playing week one, there's a lot of division rivals playing in week one, and it's absolutely nuts. Like, let's say, for example, um, so here we go. The Giants versus Washington, right? You got Dallas versus Philly, right? You got Chicago versus Minnesota, right? You got Green Bay versus Detroit. Who else? Tampa versus Atlanta, right? You got San Fran versus the Seahawks, right? Especially like I'm only focusing on the NFC side. In the AFC side, there might be more that has to do with the division kind of trend. But looking at the NFC side, there's so many games in week one that's having such a high implication automatically starting from the bat. Now, that's a good thing that the Cardinals don't have to start off with a division rival because right now, I still do think that the Arizona Cardinals' biggest competition might be the Rams, but you know, let's see what Kyler Murray can do in this next year with Drew and Marvin Harrison Jr. All we can do right now is wait and see how it all shakes out. But yeah, that was the trend that I ended up seeing this morning, that there was a lot of division matchups in week one, but the Cardinals aren't privy to that, right? It's not going to be one of those things where we have to worry about it. Now, we are getting more news coming in here. We got Cincinnati playing the Bengals. Cincinnati playing the Bengals, so they're staying within kind of the Ohio region. So Bengals playing the Browns. I said Cincinnati playing the Bengals. I just said that. That's weird. Man. Sorry. The Bengals playing the Browns. So and that's week one for them. You also got the Colts versus the Miami Dolphins in week one, right? You got some random games out there as well. And obviously the Cardinals are starting off their season off good, right? I think this is I'm not going to say an easy matchup for the Cardinals, but I'm kind of glad it's not a division off the bat. Like, I'm kind of glad it's not a division off the rip. Um, Adam in the chat with the super chat. What's up, Adam? Appreciate you. He says, what do you think our record will be this year? Ooh. Well, let me take a look at the schedule first. And we'll be announcing, or we'll make a video designated specifically for win-loss record here for the Cardinals. But I mean, I'm going to be real. When I look at the teams that the Cardinals play this year compared to last year, it's no shock that this is a much lax, I guess is the best way to describe it, schedule compared to last year. Last year we started off with the Bills, we had the Lions, we had the Commanders, which at that point we didn't think that the Commanders were going to be a good team. They were a playoff team, right? We had the Green Bay Packers. We had so many playoff teams within the first 5 or 6 weeks from the jump, from the rip, right? And now this year, the Cardinals are playing 4 teams that were playoff teams in 2024. So it seems like a easier schedule on paper, but you never know, right? At the end of the day, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. So we are going to have a designated video once we find out what the actual schedule is going to be released a little later on. I believe it's going to be released. They're announcing it as 8 p.m. Eastern time is what they're saying. But like I said, I'm usually pretty good in piecing together what the Arizona Cardinals schedule is going to look like, because last year I had the schedule like an hour or two before with all the news that we kind of got. I kind of put pieces together and figured out who the Cardinals were going to be able to play. Now, I got 1 or 2 wrong, right? I'm not going to lie. I got 1 or 2 wrong, but for the most part, I had a lot of the schedule pretty much down. So TBD. TBD, Adam. TBD. We got another super chat coming our way. Jackson with the super chat. Another super chat coming our way. He says this: who else is going to the week 4 game? Yes. Okay. I forgot about that. Holy crap. Yeah, that's right. Holy crap. I'm so focused on week 1 that I wasn't even focusing here on obviously giving love over to the week 4 matchup. Appreciate you for reminding me here, Jackson. But yeah, moving on, the other game that we know that the Cardinals will be playing as well is going to be week 4. And guess what? It's a primetime game. Whoa, fire emoji it up in the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. Fire it up in the comments below. But yes, we got our first primetime game of the 2025 season announced, right? Announced in week 4 versus the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Now, this one is going to be in Arizona. Okay, so let me. I just wanted to confirm. So yeah, this one's going to be in Arizona. Okay, perfect. So there we go. First home game that was announced. It's a primetime game, and that is week 4. And I believe it was Thursday night football, if I'm not mistaken. This one is home. Let's go ahead and sorry, I have a Google spreadsheet that I'm using here on my end that I'm kind of breaking it down here on my end. So just bear with me. I apologize. But yes. So week 1, we know is the Saints. Week 4, we heard that it is going to be at home versus the Seahawks. So maybe we're gonna have away. Uh, one second. Apologize. One second. I don't know where. Oh, there you go. Sorry about that. Yeah. So this is what we know so far. So good question. Who's going to the week 4 matchup? Who's going for the week 4 matchup? Brad in the chat says Rams week 1. No, it's not Rams. It's going to be the Saints. It's going to be the Saints. I think the Rams are opening it up with the Texans, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just confirm here real quick. Yes, the Rams are opening it up with the Texans. So the options that were available in week 1 before we found out about 30, 40 minutes ago that it's actually going to be the Saints, the options were the Saints, the Rams, and the Texans. Those were the names that were kind of thrown out there saying, okay, well, this is going to be it, right? Those are going to be your options here for the Cardinals. But no, it came down the pipeline of the Cardinals will be playing the Saints in week 1. So yeah, no, not the Rams. It's going to be the Saints. The Saints in week 1. And yes, week 4 is the Seahawks at home. Primetime game, Thursday night football. I want to make sure I put this on my sheet as well. So yeah, first primetime game that it's announced. Seahawks, Thursday night football. That should be fun. That should be fun. And especially for the people out there that didn't think that the Cardinals were going to have primetime games. I ain't gonna lie to you, I had a little bit of a doubt. I'm glad that the NFL is now starting to kind of look at us like, hey, okay, this team could potentially make some sort of playoff run, right? Playoff run. Oh, here we go. So I believe the Giants' full schedule has been leaked. The Giants' full schedule has been leaked. Unfortunately, we don't play the Giants, so we don't get to kind of use this as something. Let me see if there's anything else that's been leaked. Let's take a look here. One second, everybody. Yeah, but apparently right here I'm looking at, and it looks like the Giants schedule has been leaked, at least, you know, on the internet, right? They're starting off with the Commanders in week 1. Week 2 is the Cowboys. So they got back-to-back division games. Then they got the Chiefs in week 3, Sunday night football, and then the Chargers, Saints, Eagles, Broncos, Eagles, Niners, Bears, Packers, Lions, Patriots, bye week in week 14, Commanders, Vikings, and there's some couple TBDs in week 17 and 18, and it's going to end off with the Raiders and the Cowboys for the Giants. I don't think the Giants are really going to amount to very much. I'm gonna be real here. I don't. But I mean, this is going to be one of those things too. You know, if we get more leaks coming out, we can kind of, you know, break some pieces down, right? So we'll see. All right, 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, perfect. All right, we are. Let me take a look. There's a video here that I kind of want to post on here, and let me see if there's anything kind of related to. Oh, 1 second. I want to see something here. 1 second. I think Kyle Brandt ended up having something on the internet. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, there's so much news coming in here, like hot and fast. So 1 second. 1 second. I think there's a video I want to see here on X and Twitter, and I want to share it with you guys because I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it. Do me a huge favor, everybody. If you guys are just joining here, smack the like button. What we do know right now for the people that are just joining in is that the Cardinals are playing in week 1 versus the Saints and week 4 on Thursday Night Football versus the Seahawks. So that's what we know so far for the people that are just joining in. Do me a huge favor, smack the like button on your way in. I believe Kyle Brandt ended up putting something on his his X page, and I'm gonna look at that right now. We're all gonna look at it together. We're all gonna look at it together. So I don't know what it is, but I think it has something to do with the Arizona Cardinals. 1 second here. Let me switch this up. Okay, I'm going to change up the graphic. That yes, I am aware it says Hendrickson on there. Here we go. All right, here I am, and there I am. Here we go. Okay, let's take a look to see what Kyle Brandt had to say. Let's take a look to see what Kyle Brandt has to say.
Release day. I love the videos that all the teams put out. I think today is one of the most creative days of the entire NFL year, not just the offseason. I sit back and love the videos, see which was the best one, the funniest one, the craziest one, and I will give you a brief scouting report. Number one, always have to respect the Chargers. A lot of punching power creatively coming from the Chargers. There always has been. They've got a lot of skins on the wall, have done great stuff in the past. Have to respect the Titans because they have the best schedule released video ever. The people on the street. Da-da-dun, da-da-dun. I think the Saints do some good work, so look for them. But I'll give you a team that I'm going to call right now that I think is going to be a player in this thing that we're going to be talking about tomorrow. It's this team right here.
Woo!
Watch out for the Cardinals. I might know some things. I might not know some things. I might just have a gut feeling that the Arizona Cardinals are going to hit us with a good video. Maybe the best video. Watch out for them. I'm telling you, Cardinals. I love schedule release day. I love the videos that all the teams put out.
Okay. I think he's talking about, like, you know how they announce it on their social media pages? I think that's what he's talking about. I don't know. Now, Ian Rappaport came out and said that the Cardinals, like, there was kind of word out there that the Arizona Cardinals, what am I trying to say? I apologize. Like the schedule was going to be like really, really good and really, really intriguing. And let me find that video here because I believe it was on the Pat McAfee show, if I'm not mistaken, that it was on there. We did get a super chat coming our way. Let me give some love here real quick to my guy Drama One. Let me go and show some love here real quick. And then we will get to the rest of the comments. We got Drama in the chat with an absolute Another super chat. He says this: we have the 5th easiest schedule in the NFL. They're gifting us an opportunity to make the playoffs. If Kyler can't get it done, then we have a problem. Yeah, I mean, well, it's a big year. It's a big year. Absolutely a big year here for the Arizona Cardinals. And we're going to have to see what happens, right? We're going to have to see what happens. But yes, there was a video that was posted. Let's see here. It was from Ian Rappaport. Let's see here. 1 second. It was from Ian Rappaport. And I'm trying. Here it is. Okay. Here we go. And it's very short. It's like 26 seconds long. So bear with me here, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Appreciate the super chat drama. I 110% agree with you. Let's go and see what Ian Rappaport had to say about, talking about the schedule release. This is going to be a video on the Pat McAfee show. It's 26 seconds long, so bear with me. But this is what he says.
I just got a text on this topic from a pretty good source. Hearing Cardinals digital team has a banger of a schedule release this year.
Okay, that'd be good news for the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Cardinals potentially kind of changing the way you think about them. With the moves that they made, they get Calais, they bring Calais Campbell back. I think that's a big deal. I think a lot of people in Miami were pretty bummed out about that.
Yep.
But you talk about the coaching staff, the video, you could kind of change an image with how this whole thing goes.
I just got a text on this topic from a pretty.
So again, I guess it's talking more about the digital team, I guess. So if I really listened to it, I thought I was going to talk about the schedule. But yeah, I think he's talking about the digital team. So apparently the Arizona Cardinals digital team, which is probably their social media page, they are looking into maybe making some sort of big announcement or the way that they do things. So cool, right? I mean, cool. Let's see what happens, right? Let's see what happens. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. All this attention here from the Arizona Cardinals, from the national media, is so weird. It's so weird. I don't understand. It's odd. It really, really is odd. But here we go. We'll have to kind of wait and see how everything shakes out here. But man, what we know so far, right? What we know so far. Let me figure out if there's anything else has been announced. Not seeing anything right now. So the two games that we know of right now is going to be Saints week 1 and week 4 Thursday Night Football versus the Seahawks, which is a division game. So here we go. All right, you got some people on the chat here. Do me a huge favor, ladies and gentlemen. We got over 100 of you guys here on the YouTube side. Over 100 of you guys. Smack the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you let other Cardinal fans know that we are currently live right now. We're talking all things Arizona Cardinals. Make sure you smack the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well. We are on the road to 17K. Cannot do it without you guys. It's free. It's that red button down there. Smack it up. And also make sure you put your post notification bell on. And on top of that, smack the like button. I know I said this already, but it's all good. Smack the like button. Let's go ahead and give some love here on over to... yes, William in the chat says Kay Adams tweeted a clip from our show that Kyler Murray's a dark horse. Yeah, not a dark horse for the MVP. Well, since we're here, right? Since we're here, we might as well take a look at the Kay Adams clip as well, because we are waiting. If you guys do not know what my guy in the chat talking about is, William is talking about. She did release a clip with Trevor Sikkema, right? And I believe he's PFF. He's the lead analyst over there, or lead draft analyst. And I think she was asking him about like potential MVP dark horses. And of course, he ended up coming out and saying Kyler Murray is that for him. Now, of course, right? I'm kind of to the point where like I just want to see results, right? Like all the talk of like building up, and I'm not sure if it's just Kyler Murray constantly letting me down. I'm not sure if it's that, but like I just want to see it now. Like it's enough of the talk for me. Like I'm going to play this clip for you guys. You guys can obviously listen in and hear in what he had to say as well, because obviously whenever national media talks about the Cardinals, people want to listen, people want to hear, because we're not used to it, right? We're not used to this national media team giving us love. That we're not at all. So let's go and dive into that. This is the clip that my guy William in the chat was talking about.
We love that. Do you have a dark horse pick for MVP?
So I don't know how dark horse this is. I feel like it's dark horse enough. I'll say Kyler Murray. And you look at Kyler Murray,
okay.
And
yeah, that's pretty dark horse.
See, let me pause it there. You see how she's yeah, that's pretty dark horse. I mean, it is. It is. I mean, you're talking about MVP, most valuable player in the NFL. That's who we're talking about right now. Most valuable player in the NFL, and he's coming out and saying Kyler Murray. Now, obviously, the clip is it's a minute and 30 seconds. Go and make sure you check out at Hey K Adams on X/Twitter to go ahead and look at the full one, or you can just check out her on her YouTube page as well. But yeah, he comes out and basically talks about how Kyler Murray is going into his year 2. I mean, it's technically longer than year 2, but full year, because he was 8 games with Drew Petzing when he came back from his injury. But I guess if we want to say year 2, I guess full year 2. He's going into his full year 2 with Drew Petzing, and he has nothing but, glowing remarks about, Kyler Murray, right? So at the end of the day, we'll have to kind of wait and see how it shakes out. But to be honest with you, like, I don't know if I'm one of those fans, but leave me know in the chat how you feel. Like, I just want to just give me the results. Give me the result. I'm tired of talking. Like, I'm tired of hyping up things, because I'm not gonna lie to you, I was one of those guys too that were hyping up seasons as well, right? As you can all tell, right? I was excited to see freaking Clayton Tune start, and that didn't happen. It was Josh Dobbs. So, like, I'm just tired of myself getting so excited. I know that this team in 2025 is much better than 2024. I know that this team in 2025 is much, much better than 2023. So expectations is that you're paying a franchise quarterback the amount of money that you have paying them. I just want the results to start kind of trickling in. I want the excuses to stop, and I want this year to finally get the answers that we are waiting for. And what the answers are is, can you deliver a Super Bowl ring? And I'm not just talking about Kyler Murray. I'm talking about this Cardinals organization that has made up all these decisions to get us here into year 3 of this rebuild with, Monty and JG. Are we ready and finally competitive enough to be in that conversation now, right? Like, that's what I'm looking for more than anything. Like, just show me, right? It's cool. I guess it's cool that we have the lead draft analyst coming out and saying there's a dark horse potential candidate for him. It's Kyler Murray. Cool. I'm cool with it. But at the end of the day, I've been hearing it every single year. Every single year, I'm hearing it over and over again. Just, it's time to talk is over. Let's get this going. And I want to see the results. I want to see this offense get to the point where we're not having question marks, right? That's what I'm really excited to see more than anything here in 2025. But hey, man, we're supposed to be competitive. We're supposed to be competitive, so I'll take it. AZ Sports Hut says, I hope Drew Petzing utilizes him more. Well, if you're talking about Kyler Murray, right, word is that he wants to use his legs more. I mean, there's good things about that, about Kyler Murray using his legs more, right? There's good things about it because he is as dynamic as he can be when he is a dual threat quarterback, right? Using his legs as well as using his arm. He is that quarterback when he's got the ability to do both, right? Now, there is some risk that comes along with that as well. If he does truly use his legs more, then he is a little bit more at risk to potential injury, right? Now, Kyler Murray was able to stay healthy last year, thankfully. Thank God he was able to stay healthy. Now, was that because of the run-heavy offense? Maybe. But I think at the bottom line is that if you want to use Kyler Murray to the level that we all were expecting him to be used coming into this Drew Petzing's offense, this is going to be the one piece you're going to have to unlock, right? Because you've seen some runs here and there with that. Let's say, for example, that 49ers game where he took it to the house, right? Called his shot at the 40-yard line, took it to the house. That is what makes Kyler Murray's explosive, right? That right there is what makes Kyler Murray explosive. So will he use his legs more? Will he run the ball more? Hopefully, right? Hopefully. But we're also going to have to take the other side of the coin. That puts him a lot more at risk as opposed to trying to sit in the pocket and deliver the ball when that on its own right there has its own ups and downs, right? That on its own has its own ups and downs. So we're hearing Kyle Brandt come out about, the announcement of this schedule release. We're also hearing Ian Rappaport come out with the announcement of the schedule release. And for what it sounds like, it sounds like the Arizona Cardinals media team is going to do it up this year. Like, they're going to do it up this year. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. I have no clue, right? But obviously, they're privy to the information because they got to get everything set up. So when they release it, they know it, right? So we'll see. Robert in the chat says, then why does Baker keep losing to K1? I think there's a conversation here somewhere maybe about K1 and Baker, I'm assuming. We're going to get that again, though. We're playing the Buccaneers this year. I'm excited to see that, to see if Kyler can continue the reign on Baker. So that would be cool. Would love to see that matchup. Let's keep it going here on the chat. Hebe in the chat says MVP till he gets to the bye. Yikes. Yikes. Eddie in the chat says Kyler is 36, 45, and 1. He needs to step up. 0-1 in the playoffs also. Kevin in the chat says Murray MVP of dump off passes and short routes need to open up the first. I mean, you know, what I'm hearing is a lot of the same stuff that I was saying last year, right? So you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, right? I'm hoping it opens up. I'm going to be real. I'm hoping it opens up. I'm hoping this offense opens up. More deep throws down the field and enough with this dink dunk type of stuff, because although that can be effective, that can't be your mantra of what your offense is. That can't be your first read. That needs to be your third or fourth read, right? So you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. But like I said before, as of right now, all I can hope for is the next year, which is this year in 2025, we're going to start getting a better understanding of what the Cardinals offense is going to look like. Drew Petzing's going to open up that playbook too, though. Definitely. So again, talking about what the Arizona Cardinals have in store for them this time around, we do got two pieces of information that we know. Right now, I'm looking at the remaining of the schedule. Week 3 has been filled in pretty solidly. Week 2, there's a few games that have been announced as well. If I really did a deep dive, I can probably try to figure out, at least break down who the Cardinals could potentially play in week 2 with who already has been announced. But right now, week 1 is versus the Saints, and that's going to be an away game. And then week 4 is primetime game, Thursday night football, and that's versus the Seahawks at home. So those are the ones that we know so far. Let's keep it with the chat. We got RC3 in the chat. What's up, RC3? He says, I think this will be the best offense of the Cards since that 7-1 stretch since Cliff. Petzing's on the hot seat, and it's not Marvin Harrison Jr. or Kyler. You're saying, well, Marvin Harrison Jr. is not on the hot seat. There's no way that Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be on the hot seat. But there's some people out there that believe that this is a big year for Kyler. A lot of people, there's a lot of Cardinal fans, primarily in my chat, and I'm not sure exactly if it's because maybe my chat has, I don't know, people that agree with me. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't happy last year. I was not happy last year at all, especially in the second half of the season. So that might be why my chat is more kind of okay. Well, we'll see. Well, cool. I mean, yeah, I agree. Let's wait and see. To me, I'm done hyping it up. It's time for results now. It's time for results. Let's keep it with the chat. RC3 in the chat says, no, they are saying he's soft and it's not his problem. Oh, you're saying Marv? Well, Marvin Harrison Jr., I got no worries. Year 2, he's going to go off. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, I'm not worried about Marv. Petzing on the other hand, and Kyler on the other hand, we're going to be following very, very closely in what they do. Very, very closely. Michael in the chat. What's up, Michael? K1 and Drew needs a playoff game or they need to go, period. Okay. AZ Sports Hut says K1 can make all the throws, but it's going to depend on his play calling and how well the O-line can hold up. As of right now, Kyler Murray, one, has a skill set to be a top 5 quarterback. I mean, skill set, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I can agree with you. We've mentioned this before, that Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals offense has the potential to be one of the best because of what Kyler Murray can do with his legs, right? And there's quarterbacks in this league that can only hope and pray that they can do the things that Kyler Murray can do with his legs, right? It's not even funny, but if we're not executing it and if we're not running this offense the way that it should be ran, then we kind of run into a Holt situation where the offense really isn't going anywhere. So I do agree in a sense, right? I do agree in a sense. We got some people in the chat saying the stream is lagging. Am I lagging? 1 second, everybody. One second. Is this happening again? Am I lagging, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know in the chat. All right. Am I lagging? It doesn't look like it from my end, but That doesn't necessarily mean anything. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, there might have been maybe a little bit of a glimpse, a little bit of a maybe a little bit of a hiccup, but I think we should be good to go. I think we're golden. I think it's YouTube's problem, not on your side. I hope so, because I mean, we were having an issue yesterday, unfortunately. We got kicked off of YouTube and we got kicked off of X/Twitter, unfortunately. But I mean, we're here, right? It seems like we're still live, so I think we're good to go. But yeah, I mean, the two games that we know so far, right? Continue to talk about what we were talking about. The two games that we know so far is the Saints week 1 and week 4 versus the what's their names? The Seahawks and Thursday Night Football, which is our primetime game. That should be fun. That should be fun. AZ Sports Hut. I'm feeling very confident about his defense, especially on the front seven and secondary. I think this team has great depth defensively, and that's very encouraging. Yeah, absolutely. When the Arizona Cardinals couldn't get their offense going, sometimes you need to lean on your defense, right? Sometimes. And a lot of the times, not a lot of times, but there was some games that we couldn't really depend on the defense, right? Like the Commanders game. Defense couldn't stop a lick, right? The Packers game. Defense couldn't stop a lick. The Buffalo Bills game, there was some things here and there, but that was a pretty high-scoring game that it didn't really seem like the Cardinals defense could really hang with Josh Allen. I mean, obviously, Josh Allen is an MVP. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. So it's even hard to say that. But I mean, you know, it's one of those things where a lot of the games that the Cardinals got blown out in 2024 is probably due to, you know, obviously inconsistencies of the offense. And there was some games on the defense that we just couldn't do very much. So yeah, Bills was pretty high scoring. But I think the ones that we actually got like whipped was the Commanders, the Packers. We got whipped. What else? There was one other one. I guess we could throw the Panthers in there too, unfortunately. Bryce Young had himself a resurging of his career in that game, unfortunately. The Patriots game could have been bad if we didn't get that interception called back. That game could have been ugly, but the Cardinals beat the Patriots. So there was really 3 games that the Cardinals couldn't really stop. I mean, I guess the second Seahawks game or the first Seahawks game, we did get pretty beat down on, 30-18. Or was that the last Seahawks game? It was the last one. I'm sorry, it was the last one. The first one we lost 6-16, and our offense couldn't get going. The second time we played the Seahawks, points were being put up, and the offense couldn't really do anything. So, yeah. Unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Both Seahawks games. Yeah, the Seahawks, yeah, we could throw that in there as well. The problem with the Seahawks game, the first Seahawks game, I feel like it was more the offense couldn't do a darn thing, and the pick 6 didn't help out at all in the first Seahawks game. And then in the second Seahawks game, we just couldn't stop anybody, and the offense couldn't do anything either. So yeah, those Seahawks games were brutal, man. They were absolutely brutal. So hopefully we get an opportunity to right the ship, right? Hopefully we get an opportunity to right the ship. Randall in the chat says Drew Petzing's not going to use Marvin Harrison Jr. correctly again this year. I mean, let's put that to rest. Let's put that to rest. Like, he better. Let's just put it that way. He better. Right? He better. He better find a way to use Marvin Harrison Jr. But not just that. He better get the ball thrown to him as well, right? I think it works on both sides of the coin because, believe it or not, rewatch some film, especially that, like, the best way to describe is there's a Kurt Warner breakdown. He does a phenomenal job in breaking it down. I can go out there and say, oh, go turn on the film or go turn on this. But, like, in order for you to, like, explain it down in detail, Kurt Warner does a fantastic job. There is plays to be made out there in that specific game that Kurt Warner broke down. So, yes, I agree. Marvin Harrison Jr. does need to be utilized in this offense 110%, but he also needs to get the ball thrown to him as well. He can't be third look. He can't. He's got to be first or second look in this offense, obviously following Trey McBride or depending on the specific play that's called. There's going to be some plays that Trey McBride's number 1. There's going to be some plays that Marvin Harrison Jr. should be number 1. So, for what it's worth, I agree, but it also is on both sides of the coin. The ball gets to get thrown his way as well. Let's go with AZ Sports Hut. A lot of questions here from AZ Sports Hut. Appreciate you guys for being here, by the way. He says this, who do you think is going to have a good preseason? I'm excited to see unrestricted free agent Josh Fryer. I thought that was an excellent choice. Kid is a workhorse, according to his coaches. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to those unrestricted free agents, the only one that I'm like really excited about, and I mean excited, is probably Elijah Simmons. Now, there is opportunities for them to get some more depth with getting the Ohio State guy, as well as what was the other guy's name? Bayer. So there was Fryer, and there was a guy named Bayer. Where is he? Let me see. Let me bring up my Instagram. Because I think it was like 5 different unrestricted free agents. No, 6. I apologize. So there was Jeremiah Bayer. There was Elijah Simmons, which I'm really excited about. Josh Fryer, which obviously from Ohio State. Bryson Green, wide receiver. Valentine Sen, another offensive lineman. And then Oscar Cardenas. And I'm pretty sure I butchered that. But yeah. So for the most part, we only had 6. But yeah, I'm excited to see what Elijah Simmons can do. Elijah Simmons was probably my favorite one. Trey Benson, sleeper. Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan of Trey Benson, man. I was a big fan of Trey Benson this year. Big fan of Trey Benson. It's just going to be one of those things where, is he going to get the opportunity? Because you knew looking at the offense that James Conner is number 1, right? Looking at this offense that James Conner is number 1. So, we're going to have to kind of wait and see how this shakes out. Truly, we'll have to kind of wait and see how this shakes out. Let me take a look here to see if there's any more announcements on what has been. Okay. So this what seems like a. Let me see. Oh, the Rams' full schedule is out. Whoa. Okay, guys, here we go. Rams' full schedule's out. And the reason why I sounded the bell, ladies and gentlemen, is because if the Rams' schedule is out, that means we know when they play the Cardinals. So let's go. Okay, so here we go. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. All right, so the Rams are playing the Cardinals. Holy dang, it's not until the end of the season, pretty much. Week 14 and week 18. Woo! Week 14 and week 18. Wow. So the Rams are going to be at home at the Cardinals week 14. And week 18, the Cardinals are going to finish off the season at the Rams. Wow. Okay. So for the people in the back, we do got some news finally. So we got the Rams at home on week 14. And in week 18, that's going to be the away game. So now we got the Rams out of the way. 2 division rivals for us. Okay. There you go. So now we know 4 games. Now I do see somebody here. Okay, here we go. I think we actually have the Colts game too. Looks like the Colts game is going to be out here as well. So it seems like the Colts game is going to be out here as well. And that's going to be, what is it, week 6, I think it said? Week 6, Colts. So Colts is going to be an away game. Okay. So this is how it's shaking out so far, ladies and gentlemen. This is how it's shaking out so far. This is what we know so far. I know the people are just kind of chiming in and out once we get news. This is what we know so far. Week 1, Saints, away. Week 4, Seahawks, home, Thursday Night Football. Week 6, Colts, away. Then we got the Rams in the later part of the schedule. That's going to be Rams, week 14, home. And week 18, away versus the Rams. Woo-hoo-hoo. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. We got 5 games out of the 17. 12 to go. 12 to go. 12 to go, ladies and gentlemen. 12 to go. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's any other teams. I would love to see the 49ers drop their full schedule so we can at least get the division ones out of the way. That would be cool. Okay. All right. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. We do got over 100 of you guys here on the YouTube side. Do me a huge favor. Smack the like button here on your way in. Appreciate you guys for being here. Smack it up. Subscribe if this is your first time here. We are kind of keeping track of the game schedule, trying to break it down to see if we can actually get the schedule tracked. Right now, we got the Saints week 1, week 4 is going to be Seahawks Thursday Night Football. Away is going to be Colts in week 6. And then we got 2 Rams, 1 in 14, and then the other one in week 18. That one's going to be the away game. So finishing off the season with a division rival. My bad. My bad, guys. Last Second Sports. I bet we play you guys week 2. You think? Oh, Jesse. What's up, Jesse? You think? Is there anything out there right now about you? Because I know you guys are starting off the division like from the rip. You guys are starting off the division from the rip with the Seattle Seahawks. You think you go back-to-back division games? You think the 49ers go back-to-back division games? Dang, that would be interesting. That would be interesting. I mean, we got our division game here starting off in week 4, at least with what we've been hearing so far, right? The leaks. And that's going to be Thursday Night Football versus the Seahawks. Rebel says Saints week 1. Yes, Saints week 1. Week 4, Seahawks at home, Thursday Night Football. Week 6, Colts away. Week 14, Rams home. And week 18, Rams away. So far, we know 5 of them, right? At least from all these reports that we're kind of starting to see in X/Twitter. But my guy Jesse from Last Second Sports says, I bet we play you guys week 2. That would be a crazy way to start off your 2025 season with back-to-back division games. That would be nuts. That'd be nuts. What's up, man? Says, we're ready. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dear God, please let us play Tennessee for all 17 games. That's funny. That's funny. Well, I mean, like, think about it, man. Think about it, guys. Like, if we can, like, this season or this year's, like, teams that the Cardinals play, they're not compared to last year's. Like, last year, we got thrown in to all these playoff teams. And we didn't even know the Commanders were going to be a playoff team when we started off. Like, we didn't know. We didn't know at all. But to start off the season, we had the Rams. I'm sorry. The Bills, playoff team. The Rams, playoff team. The Lions, playoff team. The Commanders, playoff team. The 49ers, not a playoff team, but their division. You never know what happens. The Green Bay Packers, playoff team. The Chargers, we beat them, but, were they a playoff team? They might have been. No, I don't think they were. They were close, I believe. The Dolphins, we held our own. But, we started off last year with, 5 teams? 4 teams in the playoffs. 5 out of the last... So, from the first 6 of last year, first 6 games, 5 of those teams were playoff teams. Yikes. Big yikes. Big yikes. Now, looking at the list, Falcons, Panthers, Jaguars, Titans, Packers, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks, Texans, Colts, Buccaneers, Saints, Cowboys, Bengals, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks. I'll take this one. I'll take this one in a nutshell. Right? I'll take this one in a nutshell for sure. We played a lot of playoff teams last year, and that was to start the season off. And we were 6-4 at one point. What the heck? What the heck? Crazy. Crazy, 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 crazy. Commanders caught us off. Yeah, 100%. They caught us off guard. I thought that was an easy dub. Shame on me. Shame on me. Alex in the chat saying Vikings. Yeah, Vikings another playoff team. 100%. Were they in the playoffs? They might have been. They were in the playoffs. You are 110% correct. You are right. They were the 7th seed. Holy mother of God. We played so many playoff teams last year. Holy crap, you're right. Damn. We got crushed last year, man. It was not even a joke. We got crushed. Got crushed. Okay, if you guys are a fan of the NFC West roundtable, we already got my guy Jake coming on the social media world. Jake Ellenbogen does a great job in covering the Rams. My man says, if the league schedule for the Rams is accurate, this is how I have it, 13-4. I can't with my guy. My God, jeez. My good Lord. Give me this Cardinal schedule so I can say we're going 17-0. It seems like Derrick Henry, for what it's worth, ladies and gentlemen, Derrick Henry just got extended with the Baltimore Ravens, as he should. Baltimore Ravens just extended Derrick Henry, reached an agreement today of a 2-year deal, $30 million extension that includes $25 million fully guaranteed over the next 2 seasons. There you go. Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is now signed for the next couple years. Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. All right. Do me a huge favor, guys. Smack up the like button here, especially if you're on the YouTube side. Appreciate you guys for being here. Schedule release day is today. The ones that we know of so far, from all the reports that we're kind of seeing here in the X/Twitter world, Saints week 1, week 4 Seahawks, Colts week 6, and then Rams week 14 and week 18 for the Rams. So those are what we know so far. Let's see if there's any other ones that kind of come through the pipelines before we see what happens. And we're beating the Saints in week 1. I sure hope so. I have faith. I think we can. Tito in the chat says, I think the Cardinals can get the playoffs and maybe win a game this time. I hope so, man. I hope so. These teams that we're playing this year, there should be no excuse. There really shouldn't be. There should be no excuse. Yeah, there should absolutely be no excuse. I just realized this light was off just barely right now. Yeah, I'm excited for our defense. I think this defense is going to be much better this year than it was last year, for sure. Seahawks probably could have been a playoff team with 10 wins. Facts. That's true. Good call out, Steve. Good call out. And we were just talking about how many playoff teams the Arizona Cardinals played in 2020. And just to start off the season last year. Bills playoff team, Rams playoff teams, Lions playoff team, Commanders playoff team. And then we had the 49ers, Packers playoff team, the Chargers playoff team. Seahawks could have been, you're 100% right. They could have been a playoff team because they had 10 wins. Vikings playoff team. 7 games. 7 opponents we played last year. Of course, we played Rams twice. We beat them once. They beat us. Seahawks swept us. And we swept the 49ers. Haha. But yeah, that starting off last year was nuts, man. Nuts. 10 of 17 Yep. Stat projections for Marv. Oh, I've done this one in a video before. I think I called it expectations. I forgot what I called it, but yeah, I did one of this before. Yeah, I'm expecting a big jump, man. I'm expecting a big jump from Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm expecting a big one. Definitely over 1K. Here you go, Jake, using those emojis. Love to see it, Jake. Appreciate you. Let's see if there's any other news coming out here. Denver. Man, I wish we played Denver. So we don't play Denver. So their schedule has been released. Right? We don't play Denver. No, we don't play Denver. Let's take a look here. I need to see another breakdown, y'all. I need to see another breakdown. I need another full schedule. So far, the Rams have come out. Denver has came out. And then who's it? Oh, the Giants came out as well. Schedule release at 11? No, they pushed it to 5 p.m. They pushed to 5 p.m. AZ time. It's supposed to be 8 p.m., I think, Eastern. Let me just double check. It used to be a lot earlier. Yeah, now they have it as the 2025 NFL schedule release on Wednesday, May 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Like, that is nuts. Now they have it scheduled for 5 p.m., but like we used to be getting it around like 2 or 3 Arizona time in full. Like we're used to getting it. Now they pushed it back. But you're still getting little things here and there, right? Little snippets of what potentially could be. So that's what we're kind of doing right now. We're obviously keeping track of what the Arizona Cardinals could potentially accomplish, with the schedule. And so far, we know 5 games, right? At least for multiple reports that we've seen kind of come out. What time is it right now? It is 10:50 Arizona time right now. I think we're on Pacific time. Yeah, the NFL changed it to where they want to make sure that they release it at 8 p.m. now. But like I said, there's leaks here and there. There's little things kind of coming out here and there. So, but Derrick Henry got paid for what it's worth. Yep, Derrick Henry just got paid, so good for him. Let's keep it with the chat here. Very true. Very true. Breaking news, the Bears still suck. I wish we played the Bears this year. We don't, unfortunately. Yeah, don't play the Bears this year, so can't benefit from that. But I mean, we a lot of these NFC South teams, Panthers, Falcons, Buccaneers, Saints, it seems like a lot of flux. Seems like a lot of flux right now when it comes down to it. So, I don't know if I think we're gonna have a lot of winnable games. I think we're gonna have a lot of winnable games. We're 12:51 in Texas. Wow, so you're 2 hours ahead right now. Yeah, no, we're 10:52. I think right now, because Arizona doesn't play the game of daylight savings time. We stay at the same time all freaking year long. We change from Pacific to Mountain. That's what we change. But right now we are in Pacific time, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. Let's keep it to chat. See if there's anything else going on right now in the world of the NFL. Trying to see if there's any other. Not seeing anything else come up right now. Like I said, usually from minute to minute, there's news coming, minute to minute, or sometimes even like it could be a lot. But right now, I'm not really seeing anything else right now. Hebe says we have to win our division games for sure, for sure. You're saying make a graphic? It's hard to do it online because I don't want to, because there's some people that feel like I'm skipped out, or some people feel like they're lagging, or like when I don't talk for a certain period of time. So it's hard to do. I probably should have done the graphic earlier and kind of kept it here to the side, but no, I didn't do it. I just have a Google sheet right now that I'm looking here on my own self, basically reflecting on what we've kind of what we've seen from the internet. It's basically what it is right now. Yeah, I don't have a graphic, unfortunately. I think our bye week is going to be week 9 or week 10. We usually have a very late bye week. Usually we have a pretty late bye week. So it'd be kind of, that's kind of middle. Wouldn't mind that. We know who we play, just not when. Yeah, just not when. We know who we play. Yep, just not when. We have 5 of them. We have 5 of when. Yeah, we have 5 of them. We got Saints week 1, Seahawks week 4 on a Thursday Night Football. Week 6, we got the Colts. And then we got 2 Rams games, week 14 and week 18. Home is week 14 and week 18 is Rams. So, yeah. Yeesh. Carolina week 2. Bring me Bryce Young. I want revenge. I want revenge. I don't know. I mean, right now, there's so many teams that we still need to know. Falcons, Panthers, Jaguars, Titans, Packers, 49ers, Texans, Buccaneers, Cowboys, Bengals. There's still some pretty good games that I'm kind of excited to see where we go. Of course, and then you got your division games away. So funny how the other week, yep. Yeah, that was That was as fake as can be. It looked pretty legit. It looked pretty legit. It would have been cool to open up with the Jaguars. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, it would have been pretty legit and pretty cool, but nah. And that's the thing too. Like that's why you got to be careful, right? Like that's what you got to be careful. And that's one thing that like I fall into it sometimes too. I gotta double check myself sometimes too. And yeah, that graphic was fake, absolutely fake. But honestly, I kind of I rather take the Saints. Like the Saints right now are going in flux. Like they don't even know what quarterback they got. Who are they rolling with? Radler, Shuck, or who's the other one? Is it Jake? Jake Hayner? Like Derek Carr retiring really kind of really kind of messed it up. But then again, Derek Carr has not been great for them either. That's a good team. Yep. As a sports fan, it'd be amazing if you invited P2 to your podcast. I mean, I don't know. I never even thought of it. Never even thought of it. Great player, though. Another team we caught completely off guard. Saints would be the first pick next year. Yeah. I mean, they didn't go Shador Sanders. It just, I guess, they didn't fall in line with what they were thinking that they wanted to, but they went Tyler Shook. And I don't even know if he's going to be a good quarterback. I don't know. We'll have to kind of wait and see. Spencer Rattler, Jake Hayner. So we're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. AZ Sports says the Saints aren't getting the first pick, but it would be interesting to get Archie Manning, the same team his grandfather played for. I don't even know who would be the first pick. The Saints right now are definitely not a team that, like, I don't think there's very much expectations for that team. I'm going to be real. I don't think there's very much expectations for the Saints, if I'm going to be real here. I don't know. Could Kellen Moore get fired after 1 year? That's right. He did get hired there as a coach, huh? Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. That's brutal. All right. So far, we know 5 of them. So far, we know 5. Let me see if there's anything else here. There's 12 games left for the Cardinals to kind of be leaked. Week 2 looks, I'm not going to say full, but actually what we probably can do. So we know we don't play the Colts. We know we don't play the Rams. Cincy. See, this is the thing too. Like, I can go through the list that has right now. Like, there's a list on and shout out here to on X/Twitter. Nerding on NFL at Nerding at NFL Nerd. They do a fantastic job. They got this thing broken down. Like, it's amazing what they do over there. I can look at their list and see like who the Cardinals play in week 2 or who's still available, and maybe make some sort of like breakdown. Maybe the Cardinals can play these guys, right? Like, because right now, I don't think. Let's see, 1 second. So, okay, let's do this. Let me bring this list up here real quick. Let's do this real quick. Just real quick. Okay, so Falcons. Do they got a week 2 matchup? They don't. Okay, so Falcons could be an option. Panthers. Do they got a week 2 matchup? They don't. So that could be an option as well. Jaguars. They do got a week 2 matchup. Titans. I believe they did too. Where's Titans? Titans. They got the Rams, Packers. They got the Washington Commanders. We already know the Rams aren't it. 49ers can be it. And the Seahawks. are playing Pittsburgh. So, okay, so let's do it this way. For the home teams, for week 2, right? For week 2, these are your options at home. For week 2, I'm not talking about week 2, I'm talking about. So, Falcons can be an option. Panthers can be an option. Not the Jags. Not the Packers. 49ers can be an option. I think the Jags were already taken. Yeah, the Jags are taken. Titans are taken. I thought I said 4. Is it only 3? Titans are taken. Packers are taken. Seahawks. Oh, okay, so only 3 options. Because the Jags are taken, right? Yeah, okay. So at home, these are your 3 options here for week 2. Falcons, Panthers, or 49ers. Road, Texans are taken. Colts. Well, we already know we're playing the Colts in week 6, so they're not it. Bucks, they're taken. Saints, we're playing Saints week 1. Dallas Cowboys, they're taken. Bengals, they're taken. Rams, we know we're playing them. 49ers. Yo, this might be a home game. This might be a home game for the Cardinals. I think we broke it down for week 2. I think we broke it down for week 2. I think we broke it down for week 2. Legit. See, this is what I was talking about. With the stuff that you have right now, like available, these are going to be your options right now. Because the Jaguars already got a week 2 matchup. The Titans already have a week 2 matchup. And I'm talking about home. Packers have a week 2. We already know we play the Rams later. The 49ers, that's an unknown. The Seahawks already have a matchup. That's Pittsburgh week 2. The road games, Texans have a matchup. The Bucks have a matchup. The Colts, we already know we play. The Saints, we play week 1. Cowboys have a matchup. Bengals have a matchup. This might be the 49ers, Falcons, or Panthers week 2. This might be Falcons, Panthers, or 49ers week 2. Legit. This might be at home for us. It doesn't make sense for an away. We all the opponents that we have, they have their week 2 matchups already. With the exception of the 49ers. The 49ers can really be the only away one. Now the 49ers can be in away or home. Odds are in our favor to be home, though. This might be either home with Falcons, Panthers, or 49ers, or away with 49ers. This is what it's breaking down to for the Cardinals, who they're playing this year. I just want to confirm one more time. Falcons, Panthers, Jags, Titans, Pack. Washington. Yeah. That's what it breaks down to, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Here we go. We got another one. So what does this mean? Cardinals at 49ers week 3. Cardinals at 49ers week 3. So what does this mean? Okay. 49ers away week 3. So week 2 has to be Falcons or Panthers. Okay. Let's gather our thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Let's gather our thoughts. It was just leaked that the Cardinals and 49ers are playing week 3 at the 49ers. So there's no way the Cardinals are playing home week 2 and then going week 3 to the 49ers. There's no way. This has to be a home game. And the only 2 home games that are available right now are the Falcons and the Panthers. Did it just drop? Jets full schedule leak. Well, I don't care about them. There's the Dolphins schedule. Oh, the Dolphins schedule came out. Well, we don't play the Dolphins. Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. Denver Broncos schedule came out. Just saw that already. This has to be Falcons, or this has to be Panthers week 2. It has to be. Okay. Do me a huge favor. I know those people just joining in. Smack the like button, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys for being here. A lot of information, a lot of spinning of the wheel live stream right now, happening at this very moment. Just to kind of recap you guys and kind of keep you guys up to date and what's currently going on. Right now, we know, 7 games? Right now, we know 7 games. Right now, we know 7 games. And that's going to be... Here we go. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. This is what it looks like here real quick. I'm going to share my screen. This is what we know so far. Aw, man, it's not showing the full thing. 1 second. There you go. Okay, that's better. Here you go. Okay, perfect. This is kind of what we know so far. Okay. So, opponents on this side, right? Opponents over here. I'm going to make my head smaller. 1 second. Or actually, I'm probably going to move myself down here. There you go. That's better. Okay. So, opponents on this side for home. Away is over here, right? We have the Colts. We got a 49ers away, so we're actually going to have to cross that out. Okay. So this is what we know so far. Week 1, Saints. Week 3, 49ers. Week 4, Seahawks. Week 6, Colts. And week 14, Rams. And week 18, Rams. H is home. A is away. This color code is because it's prime time. So doing the math, this number 2 spot for week 2, this needs to be either Falcons or Panthers. Falcons or Panthers. That's what this is going to be here at this spot, week 2. This is what it's going to be here. This is what I'm looking at here in my head, right? Like, this is how my mind works on Google Sheets. So we got my guy Alex in the chat says, this is what I've been waiting for. I apologize. This is kind of something that I created here on my end, just because, like, in order for me to do like some investigative stuff, I need to break it down here so I'm able to kind of see it, right? So home opponent or away opponents are here. The crossouts are guys that we already know. Home opponents are these ones. Crossouts are guys that we already know. And the only 2 options for week 2 is going to be Falcons or Panthers. That's it. Packers have a week 2. Titans have a week 2. Jags have a week 2. 49ers don't have a week 2 right now, but we play them in week 3. There's no way we can go back to back. That just makes no sense. Texans have a week 2. Bucks have a week 2. Cowboys have a week 2. Bengals have a week 2. Seahawks have a week 2. Week 2 has to be Falcons or Panthers. Gotta be. Brad in the chat says it's the Panthers. Let's see. Let's see. Jake in the chat says, I live in North Carolina. We need revenge after what they did last year. 100%. 100%. Brad in the chat says it dropped Panthers home at week 2. I didn't see anywhere that it dropped. But I'll recheck though. I didn't see anywhere that it dropped, but I'll check. But this is basically what I have kind of going on in my head right now. Week 2, it has to be either Falcons or Panthers. It has to be. Let me see if anything has dropped so far. 21 new posts. Okay. See if there's anything else. Seems like the Seahawks are playing the Washington Commanders in week 9. I'm kind of glad we're not playing the Commanders anymore. Yeah, I'm kind of glad we're not playing the 49ers anymore. I'm sorry, the Commanders. Yeah, that was a brutal game. Jet in the guy Jet in the chest. I want the shout out if I get if we call it might be. It's got to be Carolina or the Falcons. It has to be one. Like, good call. Good call in calling it. If it's the truth. I mean, those are the two options that you got right now. Falcons or Carolina. Falcons or Carolina are the ones that are sticking out. Let's see here. Surely not starting away with. Well, that's the thing. We can't start off with 3 away games. Here's the reason why. So this is the reason why. Like, let me reshare because my guy Alex here is a genius, right? For some reason, my mind wasn't working. This is why we can't start off 3 away games. Not that we can't, but it just doesn't make sense for the teams that we're playing. Like, let me share my screen here real quick. This is why it doesn't make sense. It's gonna be away, home, away, I believe. And here's why. Here are the opponents the Cardinals are playing away. The Seahawks, they're rumored to play rumored to play the Steelers. The Bengals are rumored to play a different. The Cowboys are to play in their division. I believe it's the Commanders. I think the Bucks are playing the Texans and the Texans are playing the Bucks. But like all these guys that are the away teams, they're already have a rumored week 2 already. The only 2 options for the Cardinals is going to be home. And that's going to probably be Falcons or Panthers. Now, here's the question. Who does the Panthers play in week 2? Or, I'm sorry. So they play Jacksonville away. Falcons play Tampa. So both Atlanta and... That's interesting. It's got to be Atlanta or Carolina. It can't be 49ers. You're playing them in week 3. Week 2 bye week. Yeesh. Don't say it. Don't say it. I hope not. That ain't gonna happen. I hope not. Brian in the chat says they will host the Carolina Panthers in week 2. Additionally, the Cardinals are expected to play at Dallas Cowboys in 2025. Jacksonville. No, Jacksonville. That I'm not sure if you're referring to the short that I released yesterday or the graphic that was kind of floating on the internet. That's already false. This morning we already know that was not true. The only two options right now for week 2 is going to be Atlanta and Carolina. Like, those are the only two options right now. Because you're playing it could have been the 49ers. It could have been the 49ers, but the 49ers are now playing the Cardinals in week 3. There's no way you're going back to back on a division game. There's just no way. And like, that would be a really crazy schedule if that happened. So for the Cardinals, it's got to be Carolina. Carolina or the Falcons. That's what we're looking for right now. Let's keep it with the chat. There's a lot of you guys in here right now. Smack the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if we can hit 75. We got 58 likes here on the YouTube side. Smack up the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys for being here. We got news kind of trickling in here and there. But for the most part, it's very much. So smack the like button if you guys can do me that huge favor. Let's continue with the chat. Agent 47 says, yep, it's pretty sure will be the Panthers. People are saying that it probably is going to be. We got the Panthers week 2. Is it confirmed now? Let's see here. Week 10. Is it week 2? Panthers? Is it? There you go. Okay. Well, there it is. Panthers. I'm telling you, it's the only one that made sense because nothing else made sense. So now, okay, so it's Panthers. Okay. So Panthers home. So Saints, Panthers, 49ers. So we got our first 4 weeks. We got our first 4 weeks here. So Saints, Panthers, 49ers, Seahawks, and then there's week 5. Okay. There you go. Okay. Now let me do this. Let me do this now. I should probably color code this. I feel like I need to color code this. Home and away. No. Back up. Give me 1 second. Undo. I don't like that. Okay. So now week 5. This is the question. Week 5. Now, there's a lot of week 5s already filled in. So let's math it up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's math it up. Okay. So now let's put our investigative hats back on. If Panthers is truly confirmed for week 2, which is going to be our home opener, let's put our thinking caps on. What happens in week 5? Let's put our thinking caps on. What happens in week 5? Okay, so who's our opponents that we have in week 5? Potentially, right? Falcons, Jags, Titans, Packers, 49ers at home, which I just don't see it that close. Texans, Bucks, Cowboys, Bengals, and Seahawks. Okay. So now let's do put our thinking caps on. And let's see who we play. So this is week 5's right here. No, this one right here. Okay. So, so Texans don't have a projected team right now. The Colts, we already know we play them. So the Texans can be a potential. Got to get a new of these sticky sheets. So week 5. So Texans can be a potential. That's an away. All right, let's see here. So Texans can be a potential. Let's maybe make sure one more time. There you go. Texans. Colts, we already know we play. Jaguars are playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Tennessee can be a potential. So there's a lot more of them now than it was in week 2, but it's okay. Okay, week 5 on the NFC side. Cowboys can be a potential. What else? Packers can be a potential. And then we're back with the Falcons again. Then they came back again. Falcons. Week 5. Here we go. Tampa. Yeah, there's a lot of potential in this one. There's a lot of potential in this one. Cards. Five. LA Rams. And then you have the Seahawks in week 4. So I'm not putting the Seahawks there. There's no way you're going to go back to back. Well, at least I hope you don't go back to back. Okay. So these are the potentials that I'm seeing here. Week 5, I think the Bengals are an option. Yeah, the Bengals are an option as well. Yep. Okay. So the Bengals are an option in week 5. Okay, so this is the list that I have here. I mean, it's pretty much the whole freaking schedule. I ain't gonna lie to you. The Texans, the Titans, the Bengals, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, and Tampa. Yeah, it's pretty much the whole freaking list. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bengals because we play 4 straight NFC teams. I mean, that's a pretty good argument. That's a pretty good argument. I ain't gonna lie there. That's a pretty darn good argument. So the Dolphins schedule has been leaked. We don't care about the Dolphins. We don't play them. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think. Is there any other way to? Yeah, there's a lot of options for week 5. Hebe in the chat has just dropped it. I agree, man. I agree. It better be the Titans because we have 49ers and Seahawks back to back. I mean, it could be any of these. Like, I was really hoping that by this time we were going to see maybe the week 5. There's not a lot of week 5, especially for the guys that we play. That's the problem. That's the problem that we're dealing with. So week 5 can be, it's pretty unknown right now. So this is what we know so far. Let me do another quick sharing of my screen for the people out there that are more visual guys like myself. This is going to be what we know so far. Saints, Panthers, week 2. Week 3, 49ers. Seahawks, week 4. Colts, week 6. And then all the way over here, Rams and Rams, week 14 and week 18. That's what we know so far. Here we go. Everything else, it's a freaking toss-up. Week 5 can either be Texans, Titans, Bengals, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, or Tampa. It's a lot of options. Lot of options. Week 2 was much easier to break down 2 teams or 3 teams. Once we knew 49ers, who do you want it to be? We have people say Falcons and Jags, Falcons. I mean, there's different options out there, right? There are definitely different options out there. I mean, we're gonna have to figure out. Once more news comes in, what's probably gonna happen is we're probably gonna get the news like broken down like way before it's announced at 5 p.m. Like they're supposed to announce this thing at 5 p.m. Arizona time. That's insane. That's insanity. That's insanity. Insanity. Yeah. Interesting. Bye week also a question mark. There you go. True. Yeah. Bye week is also a question mark. Rebel wants Cam Ward. They want the Titans. Let's keep it with the chat here. Let's see what you guys are saying. We'll be going to any away games. It's hard to when you're covering the team. Probably not. Yeah, probably not. Try to see if there's any other ones that are coming out. I'm hoping that some of these guys get some full schedules drops because right now that is pretty much what we got going for us right now. More likely another division game could be Seahawks. I mean, we play the Seahawks in week 4. I'm talking about so week 5. I don't think it's going to be the Seahawks. I don't think you go back to back with the Seahawks. That would be nuts, especially early in the year. If they can get a bye week in week 5 too, they can get a bye week, but it's all going to come down to there's a grip of it. At week 5, there's a grip of options: Texans, Tennessee, Bengals, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, Tampa. Like there's a lot of them, a lot of options. Pedro in the chat says Cowboys week 5. We'll see. What's up, Jesse? Panthers week 2. But now we're trying to figure out week 5 because we got you guys on week 3. So you're close to your projection. You were saying week 2 originally. But yeah, we got the 49ers week 3, Panthers week 2. We're just trying to figure out week 5 now. Just trying to figure out week 5. And for some reason, all I'm seeing is I'm still seeing. How many times have I seen the Dolphins schedule leaked? So many times. I don't care. All right. Let's see if there's anything else. So I'm not sure if you're still here, Jesse, but it seems like the 49ers are playing the Panthers in week 12. Week 12 is when the Panthers are playing the 49ers. Yeah. Honestly, right now, it's a lot of unknown. Trying to see if there's anything else that's dropping here that's kind of going to give us a little bit more information. But week 5's got me stumped. I don't know what we're going to do here in week 5. We just need to know 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We're barely there. So close. So close. Where's Monday Night Football? That's funny. Get your popcorn ready, Jesse. Get your popcorn ready. Monday Night Football. 49ers versus the Panthers? Is that what it is? Panthers 49ers? Yikes. Yikes. Monday Night Football. Week 12 Monday Night Football. Yikes. Oh, yeah. 100%. 100%. 100%. If the Cardinals make the playoffs, you should do a 24-hour stream. Yikes. That probably won't happen. That probably won't happen. I'm not a young person that can do that anymore. My head was hurting after I didn't eat a certain period of time after the freaking draft in day 2. Shoot, I was like, oh man, this light's hurting me. So nah, that probably won't happen. But we'll be excited. Definitely be excited. This could probably happen. This can probably happen. If we get a 3-game winning streak, maybe we can do something like this. I'm not saying it's official, but maybe we can do something like that where the stash comes back. Joseph in the chat says, I'm going to the Colts and Bengals game. Would be cool if they were back to back. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. You know, I would rather get Joe Burrow quick. I would rather get Joe Burrow first. Not so what's the word? Not so late into the season. Yeah, so I'd rather get Joe Burrow quick, but it's probably not going to happen with our luck. Got my guy Pedro in the chat says, bro, if you guess the schedule correct. I mean, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. It's tough. It's a tough thing. I don't think I'm going. I think what we know so far, right now, this time last year, I believe we actually filled it all out by 1 o'clock last year. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it this time around in terms of figuring it out. There's not enough information that's coming out that's gonna give it to us. The NFL is saying that they want to give us a schedule at 5 p.m. What the heck? Arizona time, which is Pacific. Right now it's Pacific. So I don't even know where do we go from here, because week 5 can be anything from Texans, Tennessee, Bengals, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, Tampa. It could be anything. Yeah, week 5 is up in the air right now. Early Bengals would be nice. They usually put, 100%. I would rather take the Bengals earlier. I would like it in week 5. I just, looking at the logistics, I mean, maybe. Because you have, so you got an away, home, right? Week 1. So away, home. If you get back-to-back aways, you get the Colts in 6, and that's an away game. And the Bengals are supposed to be an away game. They're kind of close-ish. I mean, Indianapolis and Cincinnati, I mean, they're kind of up north-ish. Bengals would make sense. Packers would also make sense too, though. If you want to stay in that range up there. But I mean, these are billion-dollar organizations, right? I don't think they're these are billion-dollar organizations. So like, what's convenient to me is they're just gonna do what they do. See, there's nothing else. I think as the stuff comes out, we're gonna probably have to get this little graph all settled up. If we make it to the playoffs, Mike has to address us as oh good God. It's back. It's back. How was last year, man? You know, every time. Actually, let me here we go. Where is it at?
Emotional damage.
Good God, it's not gonna end. It's not gonna end. Brad in the chat, keep in mind one of the away games is week 17 because of yes, true. Bengals have either a bye or at home week 5. On that note, might be closing up shop here pretty soon. Not because of that, but because again, I'm getting pretty hungry. 1 second here. Mac Wilson is released. Yeah, I saw that. That's cool. Keep in mind one of the away games. Yep. Momentum is nice, but if we want to be a playoff win caliber team, especially Super Bowl team, we need to win after. Yep, that's true too. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. It is gonna be interesting right here. Let me see if there's anything else going on. When is this? Don't see anything else new as of yet. Peo, what's up, Peo? Rams, Cards late in the season by the looks of it. Yup. We got you guys week 14 and week 18. Is what it seems like. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting. I'm curious to figure out, like, I don't know. Well, I mean, just think about it. I mean, the Cardinals have played so many playoff teams in the beginning of the season. We were 6-4, which is nuts to think about now. Of course, we didn't finish the second half good at all. We were terrible the second half, but curious to figure out what type of team this Cardinals team is going to be. I really am. But yeah, we got you guys late. Week 14 and week 18. Excited about that. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. Yes. Oh, snap. Okay. I always forget there's new people coming in here. I always forget there's new people. Yes, this is what we know so far. This is what we know so far for the new people that are just joining in. We are getting kind of leaks and stuff about the schedule. Week 5 has got me through a loop. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't really know exactly where do we go from here, but this is basically what we've seen multiple reports come out, and this is what it seems like it's going to be. You got Saints, week 1, Panthers week 2, 49ers week 3, Seahawks week 4, Colts week 6, and then you got the Rams games at the end, 14 and 18. That's what it seems like it's going to be right now. For the new people that are just joining in. No, you're good. No, you're good. No worries, man. No worries. But yeah, this is what it seems like it's happening right now. I'm still waiting to see if there's anything else new for week 5. Week 5 could be anything. Texans, Titans, Bengals, Cowboys, Packers, Falcons, Tampa. Like, it could be anything in week 5. That one's the one that's throwing me through a loop right now. I don't know exactly what's going to come out of that right now. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So, yeah, Cards are one of those most interesting teams next season, in my opinion. A lot of put up or shut up players on that team. I agree. Chef, what's up, man? I don't see anything new so far. I've been all over the Cardinals news. Yeah, me too. I don't see anything new either. I think right now it's kind of gotten to the point where because they want to let it go here at 5, we're going to start seeing things kind of pop out from like here until 5. I'm only assuming we're going to be getting the full schedule probably by like 1 or 2 with like all the little news that's dropping here and there. And I think that's what we're going to do. We're probably going to go re-live again once we know like the rough draft, because right now we got a real rough draft right now. We only got 6 or 7 teams right now. 6 or 7 weeks right now when we need 10 plus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got 7 weeks right now, and we got 10 more weeks to fill in. So as of right now, because we're kind of waiting and playing the waiting game, we're gonna have to wait for more information to kind of come in and see what happens, right? Because not really seeing anything else new right now. Question: what are your expectations for Kyler with the season? Playoffs, man. Playoffs, and win a playoff game too. That's my expectations. It might not be the same for a lot of people, but that's for me though. It's got to be playoffs for me. It's time. Woo! All right. Quick sneeze. All right. So what we'll do is we're going to be closing up shop right here. For the new people that are just joining in here, we're going to try to follow the schedule as closely as we possibly can. So for all the people that are here, smack the like button. Subscribe if this is your first time here. We're on the road to 17K. Can't do it without you guys. Appreciate you guys for being here up and foremost. But we are going to close up shop right now. Once we get the schedule, we're going to release it. And I think it's going to be before 5, at least when we put together all the stuff. But right now, the news is kind of coming in slowly. So I don't want to sit here live and kind of waste your guys' time. Once we know more, we'll go live again. And maybe we can piece together more. Because right now, we know 7 weeks out of these 17 weeks, right? Or 17 weeks. I'm not including the bye week, of course. But you know what I mean? So this is what we know so far for the new people that are just joining in. This is what we know so far, per multiple reports. Saints, Panthers, 49ers, Seahawks, Colts, and then you got 2 Rams at the end, 14 and 18. So once we know a little bit more, we will go re-live again, and then we are going to drop it. I'm assuming we're going to be getting this information a lot sooner than 5 p.m. AZ time. I'm assuming we are. So make sure you have your post notification bell on. We will be following this very, very closely. We are already hitting the 2-hour mark on being live on this channel. So appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We're going to be closing up shop right here. Thank you. Yes, I will. Yes, Alex, yes, I will. Once we get the full schedule drops, we will be going live again. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you smack the like button. Thank you guys for being here. We'll be closing up shop right here. We're going to find out who the Arizona Cardinals play, and obviously trying to predict. We're going to say that for another video in terms of win-loss record. We're going to say that for another video. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all as always. Have a great rest of your day. It's been a pleasure. All right, y'all. See you guys a little later. Peace.